Hello everyone, and welcome to Better Together, Building Community, Raising Student Voice, One Circle at a Time, with Megan Duvarney-Forbes, Lucretia Anton, Dr. Deja Anderson, and Caroline Nakatsuka from Arcadia Unified in Arcadia, California. All four of us have implemented community circles in our practice over the past couple of years, and we absolutely love them. We also have a couple of alternatives for you in this presentation as we are all teaching virtually at this time. Thank you so much, and we're excited to learn with you.
Why incorporate circles into the classroom? By practicing community circles, it allows students to develop their ability to be empathetic, mindful listeners, and connect with the group to feel safe in sharing about themselves or ideas discussed in the classroom. When students feel they belong in their environment, they're open to the learning process and feel comfortable taking risks. Additionally, circles naturally lend a space for students to utilize social-emotional learning skills as it incorporates self and social awareness. In order to ensure students feel safe in their environment, you want to start by developing a set of norms. You would co-construct these with the learners. They should be concise, no more than 4 or 5. Make sure they are framed in a positive tone and that they are specific, and you can post them. Whether you're in a classroom and you have a board that you can refer the students to, or if you're in a virtual learning setting, using a Jamboard that you open before starting circles with your class.
One of the best ways to build relationships with your learners is through frequent check-ins. Check-ins allow you to learn about your learners, be aware of their social-emotional needs, and enable peer connections, and create an inclusive environment. Check-ins can happen in person or digitally, depending on what your current teaching environment is. Be intentional about creating a space where learners can truly focus and respect each other. Start with low-level check-ins like these SEL icebreakers. For example, for quick responses, post a question like the Google Slide image you see on the left. Have students respond using the chat feature in their video call. Or, for more private responses, use the Google Classroom Questions feature in the Classwork tab. The most important thing to remember is to pick the pathway that meets your students' needs. As you build trust, take the time to have students reflect on themselves as learners and give feedback on what is and isn't working. By gathering feedback with our students, we are able to improve our practice and grow with concrete data to focus our next steps. It also allows learners to feel heard and respected by you.
Community building activities provide an opportunity for students and teachers to practice collaborating, communicating, and connecting in a safe environment where everyone is heard and valued. During in-person community circles, students participate in various games like The Wind Blows, which helps them get to know each other, and group juggling, where effective communication and collaboration leads to success. Community circle games and activities look different in the virtual classroom. Jamboards, digital puzzles, screens on and screens off activities provide ways to connect virtually. Community building conversations provide opportunities for students to practice sharing, reflecting, and learning to be empathetic listeners. Students learn to appreciate their similarities and to respect their differences. In person, students compare and share before participating in a whole class discussion. In the virtual classroom, these conversations can be challenging, but are just as important. The virtual classroom group chat is an excellent opportunity for communication, and with clear expectations and norms set, can be a powerful tool that will provide genuine, meaningful, respectful, and engaging conversation. Building community takes time, but it is time well spent, it is rewarding, and it is fun.
Another benefit of community circles is that they are great for supporting academic content. After students participate in a check-in activity and play a fun game with their classmates, their inhibitions are lower and they're ready to participate in the day's lesson. I decided to teach in a circle format once a week after community circles, and they were always some of my favorite lessons. Because we were all facing one another, even in groups of 35 or more, and had no desks or backpacks to distract us, I was able to ask simple questions and get a response from every student fairly quickly without losing the attention of the class. We were also able to turn and talk with a partner and then return to group discussion fairly seamlessly. In circles, you can ask students a question that will relate to the content in your lesson coming up and tap into their background knowledge. Circles are also an excellent alternative to reading logs or traditional book reports. My students would bring their independent reading books to our circles, and everyone gave us a quick update about what was happening in their stories. Additionally, when we were in the middle of a writing project, students would share their topic sentence or a piece of evidence they were going to include in an essay, and students could get over 30 ideas and tips for their papers in one period. In general, circles are just a great way to allow every student to contribute to a classroom activity. Thank you so much for attending our session. We hope that you are able to implement some of these ideas, whether you're teaching in person, hybrid, or virtually. We've pulled plenty of resources for you, which you can find in our poster session, and we'd love to leave you with a reminder to put relationships above everything. Enjoy your time at ISTE, and thank you so much.